if Anne really has got this hold over the girls, probably would be good to see some of the girls coming out. So I feel like it's time for Anne to go for the sake of good TV. But at the same time, Anne is actually good TV as well.
Yeah, she is. She's good for a Yoda impression. I'm done. Anything else?
Andrew was again saying he'd be a fucking idiot not to save himself.
Yeah, and Johnny said he wouldn't.
Johnny advised him not to. And Andrew went, people in glass houses shouldn't throw stones or something.
I don't want Andrew to go though. Even though Andrew's getting on my nerves, I think he's a good character.
He's not going anywhere.
He's a good character.
We need to do our eviction prediction for BB Spy.
Okay, I think it's
going to be
Maggie. No one would ring up and vote for Maggie.
Apart from...
who? The Rotherham girls.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then...
John Barnes. No one's going to vote for him, are they?
Well, there was a lot of them Rotherham girls, so maybe. And then either... inappropriate.
I'm glad you said it.
Either... It's fine. 3 hours, 16 minutes in. It's all
Fuck
good.
it,
I know. This is a weeknight. I've got work tomorrow. And... Hold on. So it's either going to be Maggie, John or Rachel. So who are we going to go for? And you're going to get the final say this week because I fucked it up last week.
And apparently we get a point for each one that we get right. I'm a bit concerned about John Barnes because he did seem to be like... He was held up on a pedestal as the first man released. And bots...
The first man released into the wild.
Bots are calling him a national treasure for some reason.
I think he's popular.
But... With the voting demographic, though.
Who is going to vote? You got to think. Who is going to vote for Rachel? Who is going to vote for John Barnes? I can't see anyone voting for either of them.
Yeah, I don't think Rachel's secure, which I find sad because I like watching her.
Forget about that. We did that. We played that game with India last week and we didn't come out well, did we?
That's true. But it is going to be Maggie, right?
Yeah, 100%.
But what if
Maggie.
people think she's such an inspirational person? We have to save her. She got electric shock hair.
She got what?
Electric shock hair.
Are you tripping? No one's going to save Maggie. Maggie is 100% locked in. You need to choose the other one. And that's all down to Anne. Anne was quite bitchy about that as well. And also, what's her problem with Ashley? I want to know. And Ashley didn't even say boot her. I'd be like, hey, what's your problem with me, mate? Ashley's a pussy. Scrotum, sorry, sexist.
I think John.
You think you're going for John? It's your choice.
But the edit has been against Rachel all this week.
I would say...
Rachel.
No, hold on, because Rachel gets a lot of airtime, though. And mind you, India got lots of airtime.
Hang on, it's vote to save.
Oh, yeah.
So...
Vote to save.
Is Marcus's shade going to affect it or not?
Nah, that ain't going to affect nothing.
I think John, because like you say, he's in the background.
Yeah.
Nothing's really happening with
John
him.
Who's
going to choose
John
to
and
save
Maggie
him?
are most invisible. But Johnny was invisible last week. All right, we're going to have to decide this off air.
John and Maggie.
John and Maggie. I'm going to have to go with you because we went with me last week. On your head be it.
Well, don't you think that's how it's going to be?
I just think John might have a few fans. But I do think it's close between John and Rachel.
What, England fans from the past? They don't watch.
He's going to vote for some journalist who's Boris Johnson's sister. No cunt. Especially when she's a bit annoying as well.
Yeah, but
John
she's
Barnes
provided telly,
was in
good
the World
telly.
Cup. People care about football and shit like that. They do.
But women over men?
What, women who vote?
Yeah. Women are the voters. I don't know.
Let's face it, we don't know what the public want.
Not at this point. Not when India went last week.
No, exactly.
I'm going to say John and Maggie.
Okay, that's our finals. BB Spy, I hope you got this far. Perhaps we better message him as well.
Yeah, just message him back.
I think we have got feedback, but I'm so tired. It's
one thing we wanted to say.
It's 1 a.m. Still got to upload this.
Thank you to that person on Reddit that was talking about us on Reddit. If you use Reddit, we don't.
We don't know how to operate Reddit.
That person's called Lorcan Murphy.
I think they're on Twitter and all, you know.
Really?
I think so.
Someone called Burger Bot Boop was asking for any recommendations for a CBB podcast, and Logan Murphy said that BB and Bros is great, they're funny, and nearly all of their opinions are on point. Well, I'd say actually all of them. So
even I don't agree that nearly all of them are on point, and I am one of us.
So that person said they'd check it out right now, and said nothing further.
And we got up arrows, didn't we? They probably listened to it for was a bunch of shit.
Probably.
I think we should read out Laurie's email.
Also, I want to say thanks to Nikki Elkington, who said she enjoyed all 3 hours and 44 minutes of the last podcast. It was fab, funny and spot on as always.
And she said thanks because I said she was lovely. Well, she is lovely.
She said she agrees with Jack and she doesn't like Andrew or trust him and says he was a massive twat on The Apprentice.
I agree with Jack when I can understand what he's fucking well saying. He's not drunk off his nut.
So you want to read an email from Laurie?
I think there is one, but I might be wrong.
Laurie on the emails.
Thank you to everyone else who retweeted us this week, by the way. I haven't written down the names this week, but I love you.
And while we are bringing up this email, can you go like our YouTube page?
Oh yeah, can you like our whatever.
Like our readout? Just like all the shit.
Subscribe to the YouTube page, that's what you need to do.
That's
And then there'll be more stuff coming on. And subscribe to our podcast on iTunes. And subscribe to, I don't know, something else. Hold on, I think I did write down some more retweet people. BB Nutters, thank you. Connor Redder, Marcel, Macel, that sounds fancy. Dan B, Nate, Cool Arif, he's been with us for a long
Big
time.
up to Nate.
And Anthony S, who is a very keen new fan of ours.
Yeah,
we like
Anthony S.
him.
He does pictures of Yoda.
Yeah,
and
we like your
Anne's
interactions. I asked you if it was him who did it. Was it him who did it?
Face. Not sure.
Yeah, but thank you guys, because
if that wasn't you, sorry.
A lot of you retweet us quite a lot, and I really appreciate that. So love you.
Also, thanks for following the BB1 Blast account because that's going up a little bit.
Thank you. Tell a friend.
Nick Snow's got in touch.
I like Nick Snow.
He's not been around for a while.
Oh, sweet.
Where are the best bits? Is the subject of this email. Have you read this?
I might have not read it because I was waiting.
Hi,
I
Lindsay and
think I did,
Gaz.
actually.
Sorry I haven't emailed in a while.
No worries.
No, that's all right. We're all busy. But I've at least tried to interact a bit on Twitter in the meantime. Okay. I have to say that in a year when we basically have Big Brother to watch from January to September, this season of CBB has been a great way to start things off.
True.
I usually don't know most of the cast aside from the Americans they throw in, so it's almost like another civilian BB to me. However, it is interesting that the term celebrity was apparently very loosely applied this time.
True.
The Year of the Woman idea seemed like an interesting one, but why does Emma keep referring to it by that name? It was more like the 3 days of the woman.
Correct.
I think Kwame said the same thing.
Correct.
Now, not only are there men in the house, but they even hold the power. So that concept fell off pretty quickly. Have you not learnt that any Big Brother twist lasts for about 5 minutes? I'm also enjoying Rachel. Oh
God!
Either bringing up controversial topics or inserting herself in discussions about controversial topics.
There you
pretty
go.
much only to ask, "What do you think about that, Anne?"
See, she's splitting people, and that makes a good housemate.
Knowing fully well what Anne thinks.
Yeah.
That probably is partially due to her career, but I think she's also stirring the pot ever so slightly in these instances. I am here for it. At the same time, I was sad to see India leave.
Yeah.
If for no other reason than that Johnny just hasn't given us much so far.
Correct. Oh, that's an understatement.
Much, yeah. But now, the way she's taken to Twitter to complain about her edit and the house puppet master, I'm with Malika. They were 100% living with a victim, albeit a very entertaining victim. I'm quite intrigued to see what India has to say in this interview she keeps promoting, though. That was the...
she slagged off Rachel.
Yeah, that was the
Right
Stuff one. Ashewine, nobody cares. Yes, several Queen songs. Several Queen, in brackets, Queen songs are very well known in the United
loads
States.
Of people have said, loads of Americans have said that.
Yeah, but I'm not sure many people actually know the members of the band.
Fair enough.
Or that Freddie Mercury was part of it.
Fair enough.
Shame on you.
They know Adam
Still,
Lambert's part of it now.
It was pretty surprising that Genuine did not know him, considering his age and career in the music industry. He's not that old, Jesus. Lastly, Gaz's reaction to Jack stumbling in. From the sound of it, this is probably an accurate description. At the end of the podcast was hilarious. But I am a huge fan of Jack's accent, so bring him around any time. You like the Essex accent?
I didn't know that. He'll be thrilled.
Also, Joseph liked the sound of Jack's accent, right?
You should have heard Jack later on and talking absolute gibberish.
Talking in tongues like Dominique and the Lou.
Drunk mess. He was stumbling around.
Thank you for the hours and hours of top-notch entertainment.
Thank you.
Very generous of you.
Thanks
Looking
very much.
forward to the numerous podcasts that are to come with all the Big Brother we've got ahead of us.
Yeah, it's going to be a long year.
In brackets, at Nick_C_Snow.
Thanks, Nick Snow. That's a really good email. I like you.
Laurie.
I don't even know if there was one from Laurie.
Laurie has 2 separate feedback emails, one for the podcast, one for the video. Do you want to go for both of them?
Yeah, but we need to wrap it up quick. Laurie, keep that shit short, as Sister Speak say.
Oh, shit. Hey, Lindsay and Gaz. Listening to you two live watch the eviction was so fun. Your reactions mirrored mine for sure. Lindsay losing her shit while screaming about India's missing best bits had me howling with laughter. I'd love it if you could do this every eviction. Well, sorry, we've also got plans this week.
We should do it definitely for the final, do a live watch of the final.
Oh, someone's changed their tune.
What?
Last final, when you were busy, and I was like, we should watch it together. You were like, why are you losing your shit? It's just the final.
Listen, I was seeing Jack, and he's a lovely young man, as you know.
Young love.
So.
Do you know what? Never miss Big Brother for a man. I've learnt that in the past.
Well, it depends on the man.
What is it? Make of the man.
Get on with
but
it.
what if I want to go to the house this final?
Oh, whatever. It don't matter. I don't care that much. I want to go to bed.
I'd love it if you could do this every eviction, but I know that's asking a lot. Yep, both in time and Uber expense.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
PayPal. BeBeyondBlastPod@gmail.com.
Heirlooms. Send them over. Ones with value.
Sold those ones already. All gone.
To keep my feedback relatively short, fucking hell, Laurie, thanks. For me, Anne is really, really awful. Her opinions about every subject make my blood boil. Nasty, nasty, blinder-wearing woman.
Yeah, blinkers. She's got blinkers on.
Can't stand her. Lastly, I was brought up listening to Queen music. Freddie is a legend. Freddie off Big Brother. We Will Rock You even played during our pep rallies in middle school. No idea what a pep rally is, do you? No. Sounds like drugs. I did not, however, know who the fuck Genuine was and never heard Pony. And they got that on an advert over there.
Shade.
Looking forward to your next pod. As always, Laurie, #dragtarp.
Thank you, Laurie. I do appreciate it. I'm just very, very tired.
Joseph sent us an eviction feedback.
Oh, God.
Hey, Gaz and Lindsay.
Hi, Joseph.
I forgot to mention in my last feedback about the axe throwing task.
What?
Yeah?
I think that came in just as we were doing our last pod.
Is that becoming a trend over in the UK too? Before
what, throwing axes? No.
Yeah, it's going around left, right, centre. Can't walk for axes. Before the new year, I've been seeing Instagram stories and Snapchats of my friends doing the axe throwing. Oh.
What?
It's like when the escape rooms started to become a trend too.
Oh, yeah, okay. I know some people who've been to those, yeah.
I'm loving Andrew and Shane Mantub 2.0. I'm kind of sad that India is leaving only because she did cause some of the drama. Mm-hmm. Some of it. Mm-hmm. Now, I don't know who else can deliver how she delivered. No, you might.
No one.
That's why it's got a bit dull. Maybe Anne. It's a very happy house. Happy house. He's written happy house. It was weird hearing Emma say, "I'm coming to get you." We didn't hear it. We were too leery. During the eviction. I really, really hope Channel 5 does renew BBK after this year. Yeah, we do too.
I think they will.
It's weird how it took this long to have a house not filled with people like Heavy D and Geordie Shaw.
Oh, God. Jesus.
Can't wait for the podcast. Joseph from Las Vegas.
Thank you, Joseph. Thank you very much.
Laurie's video feedback.
Go on.
So, hey, you two. This is more casual because video feedback is personal. I was so excited watching the Facebook video of you opening the package I sent. Gaz, you said you love Fritos. I never heard nacho cheese was your favourite. Well, it's happened again. I got another pack of the non-nacho cheese flavoured one.
Ungrateful.
I'll
rude.
Forgive your disappointment as the reduced salt version seemed least harmful.
We prefer more harm.
Bring on all the harm.
Yeah.
No anthrax, though. In all honesty, I was so happy watching it unfold. I was gleefully screaming at my television screen. TV? She's watching it on TV.
Yeah, you can get
while
me confused.
Smiling the entire time. Mental, really.
What was her husband think?
Oh, I was semi-crying when you decided to read the letters to each other. I'm such a sap.
That was cute.
Laughed out loud as the cyan and magenta BBI debate continued with my printer ink. Continued on with my printer ink. I can assure you both letters were anthrax free.
Put anthrax on a Tampax.
Howie ignoring the filming near the end was the icing on a perfect cake. Thanks so much for filming that. And Lindsay, your wine glasses with the cats on them are fab.
Oh, thank you. Jack bought me those for Christmas.
More to follow as I can't help myself. Does that mean more gifts?
More what? More presents? I hope so.
Maybe.
That's it.
There you go. That's our
Thank you so much, Laurie.
Thanks for everyone. Thanks, Nick Snow. Thanks, Joseph.
Yeah. And, thanks, Nick Snow. Send us more feedback because we don't hear from you very often.
And big thanks to Rowan for our Christmas presents, which were really beautifully wrapped. And we really love them.
I love my lipsticks.
And I'm really looking forward to trying out my what's the name again off of USA Big Brother? Mark's girlfriend.
Oh, that racist cunt, yeah. Elena.
Elaine. I'm looking forward